What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday, August 11th. Thanks for tuning in to Schmidty's MLB Picks on Guy Boston Sports. I'm your host, Ethan Schmidt. We've got a rare, smaller slate in Major League Baseball today. Just 8 games in action, but one very special one. It's the Field of Dreams game happening, which will be a ton of fun. It's Thirsty Thursday here on the channel. I've got 3 of my favorite gameplays, our YRFI pick of the day, and a few player props for y'all to sip on. Ballers, where you at? I want to hear from you guys. Drop those special emojis in the comments. Beyond thankful for your extra support. We will never stop letting you know how valuable you guys are, and we appreciate you giving us that extra support here as always. Schmidty's MLB Picks is starting to pick up some traction on the daily bet scene, and we couldn't do it without everyone supporting, and just beyond thankful. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. We are so happy to have you, and if you want to support the channel, it's time to become a baller. Just $2.99 a month, and you get a bunch of exclusive emojis to use right here on YouTube. You get a badge next to your name. We also do ballers only giveaways, and the more ballers we get, the more special things we can do for you guys. So it's literally less than a Starbucks drink, a gallon of gas. Anything you can do to help support the channel, it is greatly appreciated, of course. And we are closing in on 11,000 subscribers, just over 200 away. I know we will hit that milestone in no time, but we will be doing a ballers only giveaway for 11,000 subscribers. So become a baller, and really huge for us if you subscribe. Takes 0.5 seconds, and drop a like for your boy Schmidty. I know y'all have been enjoying this show, and we now have an MLB affiliate link, so if you do any shopping for your favorite team's gear, please think about us. Go through our link. Just another way you can help support the channel. That link is in the description. Our recap from Wednesday, another solid night on the channel. 3-3 in my final plays, but the community came through and lifted me up after 2 very tough gameplay losses on my end. 2-0 on our ride of the days, so we finished 5-3, make that 3 straight winning days on Schmidty's MLB Picks. The Yankees took a clutch 3-1 lead in the top of the 7th. Aaron Judge cashed for us on his total bases with his 45th home run of this season. I told y'all to put money on it, and I did, so I was jumping up and down when he crushed that ball, but then they sold the bag right away. Bottom of the 7th inning, they give up the 3-1 lead, and they give up 3 runs right away in the bottom of the 7th and lose by 1. So tough, and we get the womp there, unfortunately. Then the Rockies screwed us. They had 2 runs with a runner on third in the bottom of the 5th and could not get it done. The Rockies played very poorly after a dominant night on Tuesday, so another womp there, and just another bad beat. And then we swapped in Madison Bumgarner over 4.5 strikeouts since the Blue Jays game was postponed. I posted in the Discord and on my Twitter, so be sure to get on there in case this ever happens. I mean, you know, rain delays happen, and so we swapped in a new pick, and Mad Bum crushed it. He had 8 strikeouts, sailing over that total, so it was an easy cash for us. And then our ride of the days, we had our guy Frosty pull up with an easy dub, giving us the Braves money line, and it was a solid value yesterday, and the Braves crushed it. Had to give him the ride since he hooked it up on Tuesday with a little community parlay. Then one of our new regulars, Karma, dropped a beautiful pick in Justin Steele over 4.5 strikeouts. He could have even taken it at 5.5 for plus money, and he dominated. I believe he had 9 strikeouts. So thanks, Karma, for the cash. Very solid day overall, and even only me going 3-3 on the day, but I don't think I have gone under 500 in the last 2 weeks. so I'll definitely take it. We'll always take 3 and 3, but I plan to be as profitable as possible each and every day. You guys could submit your hashtag ride of the day in the comments. Y'all know I always go with the gameplay, but if I see a player prop, I'm going to take it as well. And we usually do that just about every day here now on the show. Just please remember, use the hashtag ride of the day if you want to be considered. I'm giving out free picks and we are tearing it up here. So if you ever hit big or you just want to give a one-time support, I'm dropping my Cash App for you guys, and any support is greatly appreciated. But yeah, not asking for a handout, but whatever you guys can do, I appreciate it, and much love as always. It's Thirsty Thursday here on the channel. We are cooking on Schmidty's MLB picks. Let's keep the momentum going, ready for another winning, positive, WOZZATIVE day. Let's make it 4 straight winning days. Our first gameplay of the day, we have the Chicago White Sox at the Kansas City Royals, wrapping up a 4-game series between AL Central rivals. And today we have righties Dylan Cease and Zach Greinke matched up on the mound. Cease has had a phenomenal season, arguably the best pitcher in Major League Baseball. 12-4, a 1.98 ERA and a 1.16 WHIP. Greinke 3-7, 4.58 ERA, a 1.33 WHIP, but he has done much better at home than on the road this season in the friendly confines of Kauffman Stadium. 3-2 with a much better 2.23 ERA. Cease is 7-1 with a 1.33 ERA on the road. I'm taking the under at 8 runs here this afternoon. I think it's just a really solid play looking at all of the evidence. Barring something crazy, this should be a very quality move for us to make. The under is 7-2 in the White Sox last 9 road games, 6-1 in the last 7 road games against a right-handed starter, 9-3 in Chicago's last 12 overall. The under is 7-1 in the Royals' last 8 home games with a total set between 7 and 8.5, and is also 8-3 in their last 11 home games overall. The under is 26-1 in the last 27 meetings between these two teams, and lastly, it is 12-3 in the last 15 meetings in Kansas City. Just so much back in this play. One of those where we got to ride, and whatever happens, happens. But I really think we have a good chance here today, taking the White Sox Royals under 8 runs. Next, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates at the Arizona Diamondbacks right here in my backyard in Phoenix, wrapping up a 4-game series. Righties JT Brubaker and Merrill Kelly are your starters. Brubaker has been a pitcher to fade all season long. 2-10, a 4.49 ERA, a 1.52 WHIP. Kelly is 10-5, a 2.86 ERA, a 1.13 WHIP. Very solid season. One of my personal favorite guys. I actually got to interview Merrill in college back in 2019, and he is awesome. We actually talked about his Korean baseball days, so that was really cool. But in my unbiased opinion, I'm taking the D-backs first 5 run line in this one here today. A little bit juice maybe for your liking. Had it at minus 135 on DraftKings, but I just absolutely love this play for the Diamondbacks to cover. Brubaker is 0-3 with a 6.41 ERA in day games, and he actually got shelled in his previous game against Arizona this season. 5 earned runs on 8 hits, including 3 home runs in only 4 innings. And Kelly didn't have his best outing against Pittsburgh in his 1 start against them this season in Pittsburgh, but I definitely think he will be locked in easily here today, especially at home, where I think Merrill has his best pitching going. Expecting the D-backs, the offense, to get active early in this one. Taking the D-backs first 5 run line. Our last gameplay of the night, we have the Field of Dream games, and I just have to get on this game for the fun of it. The Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds meet in the cornfields under the lights, and lefties Drew Smyly and Nick Lodolo are the starters. Honestly, this is a tough one. 2 teams that have not been good at all this season for the most part, and the trends say to take the under, but I don't want to root for the under in the Field of Dreams games, and I feel like this game, anything could happen, and these 2 teams could just smack the ball around, so I'm not going to take the under here. I think it would be a lot more fun if I just pick a winner outright. We are riding with the Chicago Cubs on the money line to win the Field of Dreams game. They are a very, very slight underdog, pretty much a pick'em game here today. Smiley does have a win against the Reds this season, and I do like Happ and Contreras and what some of those hitters in their lineup can do. Just going to back the Cubs for fun today. Let me know who you got in the comments. Should be a great game either way. It's time for our YRFI pick, a pick where we think a first inning run will be scored. We are running back the YRFI in the Pirates Diamondbacks game, getting -110 on DraftKings. I think this is just the best option for the value on the board today. Brubaker has given up a first inning run 7 times this season, and Kelly has actually given one up 7 times as well this season. And the D-backs are hitting 57% on the YRFI at home this year, and Pittsburgh is the worst in the league, but still a 31% clip chance on the road. And I'll definitely shoot my shot on this one again for the value, primarily thinking that the D-backs get to Brubaker in the bottom of the first early. Love me or fade me. It's Thirsty Thursday here on the channel. I've got a few player props for y'all to sip on. Our batter prop of the day, we actually have some quality options here again today, but I'm taking my boy Paul Goldschmidt over 1.5 total bases, and I'm gonna sprinkle on his home run option as well here today. And now it is really actually pretty juiced. The total bases at -140, but his home run is +270. But I'm gonna give you guys a sneaky little play here. I am going to take Paul Goldschmidt over 1.5 total bases in a same game parlay, and parlay up with 1 hit from Jose Iglesias for the Rockies. And when you do that, it gives us +100 odds, at least on DraftKings. So I like taking that play, total bases and 1 hit, same game parlay for Goldschmidt and Iglesias in this game here. And then there are a lot of other great options as well. Obviously Arenado, who went off yesterday, and he's always a good option for total bases. And then Blackman and Crone for the Rockies as well. And then the top Guardian sluggers again, Ramirez, Kwan, Rosario, Jimenez. I really like with Steven Kwan. He actually has 1 hit and 3 plate appearances against Hill, and he's had 1 hit or more in 23 of his last 5 games. He's on a 13-game hit streak in away games. So if you don't want to mess around with any of the same game parlay stuff, I would take Steven Kwan here today for the value. I believe he's at plus money for total bases, and this dude has been tearing it up for the Guardians here lately and smacking around right-handed pitching while he's at it. Our pitcher prop of the day, my favorite play is the White Sox starting pitcher Dylan Cease over 7.5 strikeouts at plus odds on FanDuel. You're going to want to jump on this one quickly, so I'm doing my best to get this video up for you guys. The odds are just going to keep getting lower, closer up until game time. And we talked about it with our first game pick, obviously. Cease has just been outstanding this season. He's hit this over in 14 of his 22 starts this season. And both starts against the Royals that he's already had, he hit 9 strikeouts. I really love our chances here, and it also backs our gameplay with the under 8 runs total in the game for Cease to go out and have a dominant outing. I'm taking Dylan Cease over 7.5 strikeouts. That's it for Schmidty's MLB picks here on Thursday. Please like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. We are trying to reach everyone in the baseball community or anyone who loves sports betting in general. Follow me on my Twitter at @EthanSchmidt. It's where I post the final gameplays for Schmidty's MLB picks each and every day. Join the Discord. Lots of great community conversations going on in there, and I drop those extra plays, and you'll be able to catch me real time when we do a swap or we add plays, anything like that. Just a great place to be if you're betting on Major League Baseball. Let's have another winning, positive, WOZZATIVE day. I'm Ethan Schmidt. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.